Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, everyone, good morning and welcome to another day with Delenn. This is Tuesday and we are doing some random moving around of things today. Just time to get everything rolling and get it into the church. Now, let's just see if... Looks like we don't have a face cam today. Not quite sure why it's not feeding through because it totally and utterly should, but yeah, some days it just doesn't want to. So here's some random stuff we're going to get put away and we're going to start using signs. I do have to just go and actually I'll have to find the ink on the other building. I don't have a whole ton of glow squid, but we're going to glow it up after I'm satisfied with where everything is sitting so that we don't end up using up a lot of pieces.
Hello?
I'm getting a little tired of technology having its Mondays though, but you know, could be worse, I suppose. All right, do we have any... The copper's coming through. Okay, so I can just throw this in there for now. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, we're just about done. Oh, whoops. Yeah, we're just about done, so I can almost hang out, actually. Almost. So, anything going on in here? Probably could have went through that, it would have made sense. I didn't, so yeah. What else?
And there was much rejoicing.
Good morning, Springpurse. How are you this morning?
Oh, hello there.
Hello there. Alrighty. So we have a few cats. Yeah, morning to us. Good afternoon to Springpurse. Yeah, good afternoon to Springpurse. I believe they're a good bit east of us, so... Or actually, is it possibly even doing the math here? Good evening, I believe. Alright. So we're gonna need that. Don't need the fish right now. Let's put the fish away. So I have no particular design for how this is going to work, so I'm actually just intending to wing it. The idea to start with, I think, is going to be things that are liable to be smeltable and so on, like building blocks of those sorts will go in some of these pews. It is already evening. Well then, good evening to you, Spring Purse. Hopefully you had a good day, that you didn't have an unwelcome Monday sort of day. Let's see what we've got here. Andesite and polished. Just put that one down there. A normal Tuesday, as opposed to an abnormal Tuesday. What have I got here? Andesite slabs, okay. Andesite products, and just go over there till I have more. It's okay. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, your brain's in the wrong time zone. It happens to the best of us. This is going to be... I know it's hard to read right now. That says andesite, and you guys are getting it darker than I am, which is not fair. So let's see what I can do about that. Let's see. Game, where are you? Properties. Oops, that's what I want. I want filters. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if we can throw this. See if that helps a little bit. So you guys are seeing things a little bit brighter. Hopefully. Pardon me. Alright, so yeah, that says andesite, and we'll have to brighten it up later. And that's not supposed to say andesite. I have to sleep this morning. Good grief. This is going to be stone, and there's going to be a lot of stone stuff. That's fine. Alright. And then woods can probably go up here. The wool over there, woods over here, random stuff. Yeah, that'll work. I have more than I can shake a stick at, but it'll be type of wood. So let's start with dark oak. And it's not going to be organized, but that's okay. Organize it after. Okay. Hello, kitty. Anything like that for those. That was a challenge for me to figure out where I want things, and it's going to move over time. Just because I never remember where I put things. Even if I label it, I don't always remember. Also, there's more buckets and whatnot around here than I can shake a stick at. Copper blocks. That was something I had. Throw them up here for now. Oops. Not gonna have enough to fill a whole row, but it's gonna work. I put out the sign that started this end then. Alright, what have we got? Is there any more in here? So today's plan mostly is I'm going to start with some of the moving because it's taken me so long to actually get around to doing the moving part. I haven't actually spent a whole lot of time online. I'll tell you on the stories on that later. But I figured that I would do a bunch of back and forth and labeling and signage and whatever until I start to get incredibly nauseous. And or if that happens to be the halftime? Yeah, that's the word. Halftime. Let's see. Woods on that side. Start with the iron up here, sure. So that's, yeah, I can talk straight. But that's what I think I'm going to do unless we reach halftime is be moving some things because otherwise it's not going to get there. Iron products. Okay. Emerald, it's currency, which doesn't belong here. That goes in this box. Nothing else I really need right now. Okay. What's in here? Oh, dirt. Okay. Dirt can be its own mess. I mean, I didn't figure out what to do with those. Stone. andesite. Let's go diorite and granite. Come on. Weird. Okay. So, stories, yes. So this weekend, I was out camping with the Scouts Canada kids. I find it a blast. I had a great time. And we did a good amount of... Let's do diorite over here. We did a good amount of hanging out in the snow. The slightly older kids, so my son's age group, they actually had a challenge. Oh, actually, let me correct this. Both groups had a challenge to defeat a dragon. It's not real, of course. It was just an imaginary dragon. And they've been doing multiple different things along the way, where they had to use different elements of Earth to be able to put this dragon back to sleep. Is sort of how the story goes. And so this weekend, part of what they had to do was imaginary dragons are the best type. So they had to put the dragon back to sleep, and this weekend they finished their final activities to do so. I can't remember both of the ones my daughter did. I can only remember some of them. But my son's group did. Let's do gravel way up here. My son's group decided that they were going to actually try and defeat the dragon in a rather literal sense and clobber him. So they decided to build a catapult, which is fun to watch them do because they were learning a lot about lashing and heights and leverage and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. It was kind of funny though because the kids, I mean, they're like 11 to 14, and good morning, Bobby. Good to see you.
Hello there.
Very, very good to see you. So here's another one where I should say good evening to you, sir. Oh yeah, there's plenty. Yeah, that too. But there was plenty of ammunition available this weekend. Can't see anything. Okay. Wood products. Great. That's where I was going on. Random junk. Okay. Remember the buckets went. Stone bricks. I can probably take those. And one lone cobble. So it's going to be its own section. I'm not going to have enough, actually. Space, that is, but that's okay. So, where was I going with this? So they built a catapult, and it was really kind of interesting to watch them do, because the kids, I shouldn't say they designed it themselves. We did give them a design to work with, because that was what they wanted to do, but they were learning about, like, they made some tripods, which they're already familiar with, and they made some, what do you call it? Like the crossbeam and whatever. So they were actually working away at it and having a good time in the snow. And then when they pulled things, it didn't launch. Part of the things that we'd forgotten for supplies were items such as oh whoops, actually I should probably, okay, whatever. So items we'd forgotten as supplies unfortunately included, we didn't bring anything for them to actually use very well as a basket for launching the item itself. So they ended up finding a cardboard box, but it was all snowy on the ground and right around the freezing point, so the cardboard box got kind of soggy on the bottom. Not super effective. And a little bit wet, so that had a bit of a problem, and it kept sliding sideways. Also, they didn't have the greatest projectiles. They decided to try and shoot a foam dice to begin with, so it was probably about maybe 5 inches cubic-ish. So maybe, like, you take a look at your hand, it's about a hand span on each side. So maybe a little shorter than 5 then, I guess. And that's what they decided they were going to launch. Well, that didn't go very far. It actually didn't even come out of the box. Maybe jumped a couple of inches in the box, but that's about it. which didn't help them. So, Projectile 2 was they were going to try and shoot a small, like an inappropriately small soccer ball. That didn't go anywhere. It actually hopped out of the box and then fell back in the box. So that didn't work too well. Oops, that was first. And then, so the next plan was that they were going to try and send basketball. Well, that didn't go very far. So then they got one of those little tiny kids. I'm trying to remember what the term is. The American footballs. So the nice little pointy shape, and that didn't work either. Actually, but that was the only one that actually got forward of the halfway line. So the vertical on the shot. So yeah, it was a little embarrassing. There were a lot of reasons for the fact that it didn't actually go anywhere, but they were a bit disappointed because they really were intending to launch this thing at a snow-built dragon that they had made, and they wanted to hit it. Well, yeah, this thing really couldn't have even injured anybody. So they were sort of disappointed over that. But, you know, some days you win, some days you lose, and you can't always have things go the way you want. Okay, let's get some random stuff out of here. Alright. I'm sure that I'm going to be moving these things around and be unhappy with where they sit, but it is what it is. Let's see. Let's throw these in here for now. Hey, Traveler, how are you doing? Good to see you, man. Hello! So today's project, the church is a little dim. I'm well aware of that, but churches tend to be, so I'm going to leave that till later. Funny how the thing just pauses. Well, so, pardon me. Today's project is a lot of putting things away. Let's see. Deep slate? Yeah, you can go back here. Gravel. I think I'm missing something, but deep. Oh, sand. Oh, okay. As in, how did the guy get his name? Potter Oswin. What did I just put in here? I threw something in here and I can't remember what it was. Oh, right. Deep. Is it deep slate one word or two? I can always fix it. Whatever. Potter Oswin. You guys have seen the... Okay. Good evening. So the story behind Potter Oswin, long made short. I quite like the Brother Cadfael series from Edith Pargeter, or well, actually Ellis Peter, whose name I believe she goes by. That's new deep slate, no wonder. Couldn't remember what it was. Send. This is deep slate. I'm out of signs. Wow, that's impressive. I never thought I would be. All right, let's put deep slate products in here. So I quite like the Brother Cadfael series, which is a medieval monk series, and it's okay. So Brother Oswin is a character who is the sidekick, I guess, to Brother Cadfael. So basically, he was one of the last of his church's accepted oblates. Now, an oblate, and I know I'm mispronouncing it, so apologies to those of you across the pond in the UK. But basically, the concept behind that was they were youth who, often second or further sons of a family, who, unfortunately, because they were not the oldest, etc., were never going to get title to the lands in their house. The resulting effect is that frequently, or shouldn't say frequently, but sometimes the landowner, or the manor or whatever, would end up basically dedicating his son to the church, aka basically handing him over like an orphan in practicality and saying, you raise the guy. And so then they were raised as children of the church until they were adult, and then they were novices and became monks. And that's not the only way you got monks, but that was one of them. And in this story series, Oswin is one of the last. His particular monastery chooses to accept. Cadfael and a few others managed to convince the leadership to not accept anymore and say this is not a good process, that we don't believe in it. And they basically felt that youth without experience of the world were, in essence, far more trouble than they were help. And so they... Oops, that's supposed to be lots, whatever. And so they said, nope, no more. But so Oswin's one of the last. He gets assigned to Cadfael as his helper, his sidekick, to help in gardens and the herbarium and stuff. But so Oswin gets wrapped up in a lot of the same story scrapes as Brother Cadfael, because Cadfael's always sending him on errands of some sort or another. So, yeah, that's true. The TV series they did with Derek Jacobi is amazing. Where am I here? But anyway, so how that works into Whopper Oswin here, of course, is the incredibly bad alliteration, almost a homonym, so sound-alike. And then, I'm reading these in a very inefficient way. Let's just get some random junk out of my... let's see, that. I'm going to have more smooth quartz stuff. So quartz actually is rocks. Rocks should be probably over here. Is that copper? Yeah, quartz. Alright. There are more bone blocks than I can shake a stick at. That's gonna be wood. Throw it in here for now. Stuff I want to figure out what to do with later. Right? Okay. Stuff. Okay, so where was I? Can't remember where I was going. So then, anyways, I figured, okay, well, I'm doing a book-themed, base this season, and I quite enjoy those characters, so I'm going to go with it, and that's how we got Oswin. I have no problem if we, refer to it without the word Botter in it. That's totally cool. Works for me. I'm completely disorganized because I thought I had a plan, and it turns out I very quickly had less space than I thought I did. Interesting. Okay, we'll go with plant materials up front. No, that's not plant materials. This. Moss block, the thing that I am so easily able to make myself run out of. Gotta be careful with that one. How did I... Oh, right, yes. Okay, so yeah, that's where Butter Oswin came from. So I guess you could say it's a bit of a joke, but it will actually fit because at least next season, one of my plans is hype sticker. Haha. One of my plans next season is to consider doing up the fictional version of the town of Shrewsbury as per the Cadfael novels. So that might be an option for working with. Okay, do I have? No, where did I put them? Aha. Trapdoors, sure. So that's where that one came from. And I know I've repeated myself about 3 times here. Just trying to figure out where do all these pieces go. And but Oswin, as I mentioned, is always getting himself into trouble because he's doing what Cadfael asks him to. And in doing so, he's often skirting the church's rules. So following them, but not quite the way some of the superiors would like. There's a gentleman by the name of Jerome. I don't even know if he's a gentleman, really. But character by the name of Jerome, who... he's kind of the watchdog. One of those... If I was to say what kind of dog he is, I'd say he's definitely a Jack Russell Terrier. And or another type of terrier, but basically grouchy as all get out, thinks he's hot stuff, and he's sort of the sidekick of a guy whose name is Robert, and no relation to anybody we may know, but Robert is a piece of work. He's the prior of the monastery, and has his nose very out of joint because he wanted to be promoted to being the abbot of the thing and make the rules basically his way. And unfortunately, to his dismay, just take that later. To his dismay, he gets passed over not once, but twice. So for some of the transgressions of stuff going on, as in people not following the rules and stuff, the older abbot, who's a bit more permissive with Cadpel's craziness, the older abbot gets dismissed practically, and he's able to stay in the church, but he's no longer the abbot. So Robert figures, okay, in his absence, that Robert gets to rule, and this is going to be absolutely fantastic, and wonderful, and so on and so forth. He's going to be the next one appointed, and then lo and behold, the church farther up the line decides, nope, they're going to ship somebody in. This Shrewsbury mess is just too big. Well, of course, Robert's quite annoyed, so he loves to try and lord it over being second, because the current abbot, like the one that they brought in, doesn't have a whole ton of time to be dealing with stuff. He's just a busy guy. So, I'm trying to remember what the second guy's name was. Abbot Rodolphus, I think. Anyways, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time to deal with it, so Prior Robert sort of claims he's interceding to make things a little bit easier for the other guy, and yeah, really, he's just trying to rule the roost his way. So his watchdog, Jerome, is always harassing people. It seems to be Jerome's specialty, is to harass people. So, yeah, and that's part of my plan for next season. I know medieval's been done to death by plenty of people, but I've never done a medieval town. Taverns and blubbers and a million other different possibilities. Let's take those, go where they go. And so I figured it's my turn. But also I've got a map, and it's based on a real place, which means that it gives it a little bit more flavor that I can work with by looking at historical stuff for that place. And so I'm hoping it'll be a fun project. One of the nice parts about it is having a town layout to begin with means that means that I actually have sort of a goal, a plan for the base, but I'll also get to do things like large farms, manual farms, but still large nonetheless, and a bit of a free range trading hall, which is not something I've done in a while. I did a couple of seasons ago, on Javrock. Javrock? Oh, wow. There we go. No. On Dead Rocks. Let me try that again. Coffee, give me a sec. Coffee to get the brain going. I know it's probably decaf, but just something warm. Interesting coffee. I think it's my fault. Anyways, so... Oh, good morning, Vincent. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome on into the strange world that is the lens. I could use it. Thank you. Excellent. The reason I said it tasted a little strange is I had actually had a tea, like a herbal tea, sitting in there over the weekend. And I think I let it sit too long, and it actually had seeped some of the tea flavor into the coffee stains. That sounds really weird, but you get the coffee scale that just never wants to go away. And I think I've seeped some of the tea flavor into that, so it's a very interesting tea today. Alright. I'm going to need more sticks later, so let's just put that and that away. That way I can carry a little bit more. Oops, Birch, where'd you go? This one. And this one. There we go. So, let's see. dark to light, wet oak. Can't remember what comes next. Something. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I think it's this one. We'll go with birch up here. Sure, why not? I started a story and I can't remember what I was talking about. Well, that's okay. Yeah. Welcome to the craziness, Benson. I know you said yesterday, missed me. Yeah. I had a couple stories to tell about that. Not bad, but being the leader with the youth was quite odd this weekend. We had a couple of... Guts is supposed to be squeaky clean, but unfortunately we have stories that a couple of youth were... I'll borrow a word from the UK. They were snogging. And that's something that we unfortunately will have to talk to their parents about if there's any reason to think that that the youth are not going to listen. So yeah, not a fun day. Okay, buttons. This that will do. What's this? Spruce. I think spruce goes. How did mangrove? Sorry, spruce is here. So we also. Oh, right. So, before I get into that weird story, Bruce, sorry, I'm doing my brain a disservice this morning. I was talking about the dragon, there I was. So the older youth did this catapult, didn't manage to hit a darn thing. They were a little disappointed over that fact. But the younger section, or at least my daughter's section, did a series of potions, color-changing potions. Super basic, and I liked it because it was basic, but and generally mass reduced. And what the cubs and beavers did was they used red cabbage juice, which acts almost like a litmus paper. Those are all sciencey, and so by using the red cabbage juice, then they could add vinegar to it and make it turn sort of like a magenta color. And then if they added baking soda or some other base item, then they could get it to go blue, which was kind of neat. So they had fun making different colors of potion to work with. So that was their party. And the idea with theirs, which actually fit where the original paperwork had been trying to get the kids to go, was... I might already have these done. Yay! But they were trying to get the kids to basically put the dragon back to sleep, was where their logic had gone. Exactly. Kitchen chemistry was nice and safe, easy to clean up. That was popular by the leaders. Okay, what's this? This is oak. I'm thinking here, let's go jungle there. Let's put the oak in here. I can do jungle up front. That'll work better. Oak. So these are quite dark. Oops. I can remember there's oak. That might help. So what I'm going to do is, once I get a rough idea of where I want everything, I'll come through with white. Oh yeah. So have a good lurk neon. And hopefully you guys will be able to find the car you're looking for. Alright, so we've got random junk. Everything except sticks, apparently. And where am I here? Let's go glass. Okay, that can be its own bin. I don't need a bazillion of those. What's this? I'm not gonna know where any of this stuff is anyways. Lighting. What did I put up front? I know I put something weird up here. Didn't I? Oh, right, that's the organics. And this one... Even actually, organics can have... You can take the mushrooms. There. And some mob drops, I think. Random wood bits. I think, actually, what's this? Let's take the random wood bits out of here. And this can be for now, weapons and armor and such. And wood bits. Oh, that's dark over. Hang on a second. So once I figured out what is more or less going to be the layout around here, then I can come by and throw white through these, and then give it a bit more time, just because I don't want to move things all at once. Pardon me. And then I'll come through with glow squid, because I know I'm short on glow squid right now and I have to go hunting for some more. Okay. Sticks, 3 over there. I have more dirt than I know what to do with, so that's not going to fit in there. Are these all empty? Okay. Let's just... yeah, you're empty. Actually, I guess if I just take them apart, if they're not empty, I will learn that really quickly. Am I full? Yeah, I'm full. So up here are the quasi-precious things. I'm not really sure which side I put them on. Is it this one? Okay, yeah. Lapis, iron ore. That's not really precious, but whatever. Sure, nothing on that side, so you can have all the empty shulkers for now. This is still the cat room. We have a bunch of cats to go. I can breed up cats, but it's not necessarily exciting nor productive at the moment. Where are we here? Alright. Actually, this can have bone blocks. Sure. There's a lot of those to put in. And then this one's empty. No, that's dirt. You can have these two for now. That was mob drops. And that's organics. What's that? That's empty. But that one doesn't go here. That one belongs over there. Hello, kitty cat. Oops, mob drops. Where'd you go? Nope. This one. And this is organics. There we go. Okay, so let's put a couple of signs out because I can always move them. Plant. Plant. It's plant related, so not all plants. And this is drops. And then weapons and armor. Nope. Armor. Sure. Okay, what's that? Random stuff. Glass. Buckets. Large chest. You know what? Buckets are made out of iron. They're gonna move. I have more iron than I know what to do with anyways. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna move them down to... where did sand go? Gravel, sand. There we go. Sand. Oop. Sand and glass. Okay. Alrighty, where are we here? The tunes are kind of cool. I can actually dance to them today, which is nice. Yeah, it's random stuff. That's random stuff. And one more box up front. All right. And I just realized that was a really dumb way of doing things. Because I should have done things a little differently in terms of possibly just like store things in the shulker boxes, bring a whole bunch of those across, and then reorganize the shulker boxes again. That would have been sensible. So I guess I would just use these ones when I get to the other side. Sticks. Yeah, that would have been sensible. Thank you very much. Probably JBT. Yep, good guess. It occurred to me, I was trying to figure out why on earth do I not have the server reboot smack in the middle of my stream anymore. It completely threw me. And then I started realizing this morning just when that started. And of course, the server did not go through a time change, but the people using it did. So that would explain why I don't have a reboot anymore, is because the server, because we fell back an hour. When the server reboot used to be at 11, it's now at 10, which is exactly when I'm starting. So it's not on top of my stream, which is something I hadn't really thought about. Nice. It's very, very nice. But it's definitely not something I thought about. Okay, so this one has to be separate. And this one has to be separate. That one has to be separate. Its own trip. If I have any other... that... let's just throw those in here for now. Is there anything in here? No, that's gone. Alright. Another shulker box. I'm gonna take a load of shulker boxy stuff, and then I can come back. What's that? Oh, tons of terracotta. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll be just doing shulker box runs for forever anyway, so let's take those two. And let's grab 3 of these. You can have this one. Where'd the terracotta boxes go? This one. Alright. Why am I walking? This is like dumb. Let's just fall into something instead. Yes, that'll be it. Alright. So the random junk that had this and those. That's not very helpful. Let's put these sticks over here for now. What else have I got going? I've got gravel. Where did I put that? It's here. Gravel. Those are my terracotta boxes. Oh, stone bricks. Okay, let's just deal with that. I know where those go. Stone bricks. Stone bricks. You can go over there. Granite. Alright, what else we got? Stone slabs, cobblestone, and related stuff. This one. There we go. That one. Terracotta we haven't touched on yet. Who's living? Oh, no, that's quartz. I'm not gonna have a whole ton of that anyways, so let's just throw terracotta at the bottom. I'm gonna forget where I put it, but that's okay. Birch planks went up here. Alright. Oh, I can probably handle. I just put it away, now I can use it. One more shulker. That'd be sensible, I just went out the nearest door, wouldn't it? Nearest door, please. Okay, and we're going to pause for... Let's try this one. Awful text. There we go. So today's new question of the day. Would you rather... Oh, let's try that again. Need some more. Okay, so if cartoon physics suddenly replaced real physics, what are some things you'd want to try? So we've talked about things like Wile E. Coyote hang time, and that'd be kind of fun, just being able to run off a cliff. Another one that I think would be awesome would be... oops, ow. Not that. Another thing I think would be awesome would be the ability to walk into and or through things. Very much Roadrunner style. I think that would be awesome and a half. Because then you can put all kinds of things. You do all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, let's see what do I have. Okay, there's the terracotta. This down here for now. Oh, sorry, that's all shulker boxes. Okay, so shulker box here and there. Oh, okay, I have a ton of those. Nether stuffs. Oh, okay, that's gonna be interesting. That's, there is. Sure, let's grab some signs over there. Don't really need this right now. It's not. Okay. So we could walk right into pictures and paintings. What else could we do? We could... we could fly, because, you know, half the time cartoon physics have you flying faster. Other things about cartoon physics, like Disney, for example. Terracotta, where did I put that? I just did put it with the quartz, I think. If we used cartoon physics, then you could also use flying faster than the Earth, so you can actually make the Earth do things in cartoon physics. Like Superman, flew around the Earth multiple times, and that got him to be able to go faster than the Earth rotates, and thereby reverse the direction the Earth rotated. So that's one I could see would be kind of fun. I mean, in cartoon physics, they can go to space with no worries about helmets. Or they can have just a helmet for breathing, and that's it. You don't have to worry about any other parts. Okay, nether stuff. Do I have a room that would work that for? Enough white wool. Hello. Okay, for now it's just gonna start here. Sure. Put it there. Back. Yeah. That'd be kind of one to be fun. If I could do other things, not just cartoon physics, but cartoon technology, I think it'd be kind of fun to be able to time travel super easily. I think you could take anything you wanted with you. And so things like, I would go back to, say, if I go into cartoons rather literally, I would have fun with things like flying into a Dick Tracy comic book and one-upping him with my Apple Watch. Because I remember very distinctly Dick Tracy comics having characters, or sorry, Dick Tracy had his watch that he could talk to people with. Snow. Okay, and basalt. Enderpearls. Wow, I have a lot of weird stuff. Okay. Take them. I can start loading these into other boxes. And not worrying about gapping things either. That's empty. Perfect. What's in here? More nether stuff. And this and that. Oh shoot, that's gotta be separate. Hello? I don't know why that wouldn't shift click. That's really odd. 1, 2, 3. And the other leafing vines. There we go. Let's put that in here. And this can have all of these weird ones. Alright, make sure that one gone. So I'm just watching the time here, taking a look at it as though... Wow, lag. I haven't had lag in forever, so it just feels weird. Okay, let's just do this one and that one. There we go. And the dies at the bottom. Are you guys gonna come? Maybe? That was weird. Really, really odd. These two are gone. Okay. What else have we got? Crazy full. Full. Let's finish with this stuff. Oh, the wood types. I forgot about the warp wood's great. Let's go with this. And then this one. Oh, whoops. Not quite what I meant. Forgot about how you hold things down affects things quite that way. Alright, that'll do. Think close enough. Okay, let's put this one over there. This one. Be careful not to use shift and control at the same time. That's what the problem was. So I'm actually going to tear this shack down when I'm done moving everything. Okay, let's get the acacia stuff out of here. And these and that. Sorry, the signs. If you don't leave the signs, take the planks. Pardon me. The control button is being really slow today. Oops. Let's do these. No, I've got the dark oak stuff. Cute. Ladders, sure, that'll work. It's funny, sometimes I think how much stuff I've got, and then I look at stuff like this and I go, how little I've got. organized. Put that down here. Go. Birch, birch, birch. What did I grab? Oak logs. Let's do birch signs, then the oak logs. More oak signs. Then I've got those. And let's put those two in. There's no real organization at this point, though it seems like I'm trying to organize, and just so I can think properly through these things. But sometimes things get pulled out that don't make sense. It used to be wood and wood things went all in the same boxes, but then of course you can imagine it grows and gets messy. Let's go buttons. Oops. There we go. And signs. I now have a full stack of chests. Wow. Okay. Let's put the boats up there, some more sticks, bowls. Alright, now on we go. This. Oars. I'll find something else. Let's put these in another box. Let's go this way, and that fits. I'm not talking very loud, I do apologize. No, the server reboot time didn't change, that's the thing. We changed. So the server reboot... No, well that's the thing, is it's not all that weird because we time shifted and it did not. I can kind of see for a technical reason why people might choose to do that. It's odd, but I could sort of see why you might want to make that choice. Let's do these and glass. So, I'm making progress, which means that we will take a Lego break, but I may come back to putting this stuff away. It's not super exciting. On the other hand, it's incredibly productive. And I'm kind of curious as to why the light gray stained glass pane doesn't look like anything in my box. It looks kind of, if you ever play modded, it looks sort of like what some people would call a null, which is basically just an unlimited pile that holds up to like 64, and then it just keeps quote unquote adding to that pile, but destroying anything that goes above 64. Okay, these are sand, glass, bone. What else have I got over here? More stone stuff. Okay, copper. Whoops, hang on a sec, I gotta be careful of this. Because if I run out of space, then I can't pick up these boxes. 9, 10, 11. So we've got 3, 6, 9. Okay, so I can pick up 11 more. Let's go with this. It's 9, 10, 11. I'll probably some random stuff in other slots, which make more sense. Let's see, what else do I got? Full, plenty. Put these two out. We're just about done that side. Right. Stone stuff. More stone stuff. That might be easier just doing pieces by piece. On the site. Do I have any more extra poles? Well, that looks like it. Okay, I'm gonna put those there and put those there. This, not full, not quite. There we go. Can I get any more? Oops, what do we got? This one. 5, 7, 6, 7. So we've got these, 4, 5, lane, 6 and 7, sure. I can find it. Over here? There we go. Alright. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, I've got the slots. That's the toolbox, so I can probably put that away because it looks tidier. That's blaze rods, okay. Alright, so that part looks good. What's in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Let's take those and that. This one, why not? Alright, that's this room. Next load. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a shulker monster all over the floor. Pardon me, or with these pieces here. Let's put away some of the loose stuff just so I can carry the bits and bobs, and apparently I'm losing my voice. I'm not too surprised though on the voice loss because I had a lot of exposure to campfire smoke this weekend, so it's probably related to that. I mean, it's the temporary all-natural smoker's lung, which just in a way sucks, but you know, it could be worse. Okay, what have we got? That should be enough spots to move these things. This, that. A quick double check. Slip touch. Okay. And this one. Perfect. Alright, what's in here? Oh, it's the dirt, right. Let's put, this one can't over next. Open. Let's throw that one down there just because I can't be bothered. Actually, I don't need it right now. I put that away. Yeah, that'll work for now. Okay, so let's just get this random thing put away. Where did I have? You can go over there. Alright. Out already. Laser rods, bone blocks. Bone blocks. Okay, well, that shouldn't be green, but whatever. We'll worry about that later. Where did I put it? That's terracotta. I put bone somewhere, and now I don't remember where I put it. Anybody else remember? Not that I actually expected an answer to that. Bones over here. Bone blocks, bone blocks, bone blocks. Oh, right. Nether stuff. So I put it down here, didn't I? Nether. For now, blaze rods. Alright. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Come on, just get those. Hello? There we go. Much better. So we'll grab the rest of everything else, I believe, and tear down. Good if the cat's following me, but it's probably not worth it. Okay. Hi. Oh, I can't do that. Is it? Start at the back this time. Go like this. Those are organics, right? Yeah, okay. Start at the top. Oh, great. I forgot I had that whole load of those. Didn't realize that was an entire box full of rockets. Okay, apparently I have rockets. And more rockets. And more rockets. Okay, let's go with these. And some of that random stuff and those. Look. Yeah, probably. Moving in party, because I finally got all my stuff out of the way. Oh, I was like, where did all my... Yeah, I guess I had a totem in here. I was wondering why I had an extra one. Alright, let's make the chest box go over there then. String. String, string, what a beautiful thing. And random gunpowder. Of course. It would be. Alright. This one. Now, I know I could just chop things and pick them up off the floor, but I'm hoping to have some semblance of knowing which items went where. And I might end up putting Skulk in with the nether stuff, only in that, seriously, I treat it about as welcome as nether stuff. Not that I don't like it, it's, I haven't really figured out what to do with it. Let's do this. Nope. Okay, fine. Top to bottom then. Sure. This one. Perfect. Oops, no, I need that. This one and that one. Oh, and I misplaced something that I thought I had. I know what I did. Dummy. Where did I put? Alright. So, the dummy that I am has gone and put her arrow that I had somewhere in another box. And I thought it would be one of these, because I thought I had the arrow, but it looks like I may have dropped it off earlier. In probably the other section. Oh well and good, but just annoying. I made that mistake. Oh well. Because it's stacked, that's why. Let's put this over there. Okay. Armor, tool. getting there slowly. I'll be able to tear the house down today, which is nice. I keep finding shulker bucks in the weirdest places. Oh, I did have some tags. Nice. So the tags go over here because I want to name the cats. Alright. This one. Oops. We're getting there slowly. So you can see I've only got 13, so it's going to be a little bit until I can name everything I want to name. Not name, sorry, brighten up all the signs. Okay, this one. Yeah, at least this is a way of making things that's a little bit less nauseating. Well, nauseating to whom is the question, but yeah. And once again, I said, oh, I'm just going to finish this, and then I'm going to go and do, and I didn't. Standard Delenn, right? Standard Delenn practice. Okay. These and that. Is that empty? That was easy enough. This one here. Mushrooms. Oops. Solve that. I almost control shifted again, which would be bad news. I really want everything going in there. Okay, just go like this for now. There was some sort of semblance in there once upon a time, not so much anymore. Alrighty. Oh. Yay. And the foods box actually might be a separate box for once. It's kind of nice. How did that happen? Oops. Alright, I have more than 1 million of these. Let's put those. That. It's kind of sad that that's all that's left. Can I? Yeah, let's just do it the other way around. Okay. Remove the green one so that, you know, that's the end of the row. Things that were not wall worthy. Quality of life add-on for the win. I can see what's in everything. Yes. Flower box, okay. Time to take this puppy down. Nice. Oops. I quit what I meant to do. Stretching out at night. And it just fit. Nice. Okay, let's see. Let's put that one in there so I can take this guy with me. Sort of being kind of quiet. Alright. That's basically all she wrote for this one, so let's just take this box. I'm not carrying torches at the moment, so let's dump all this stuff up and then come back and tear that house down. Indeed. Indeed. Get organic scope at the front, plants and whatnot. These. Probably have to come back and organize anyways. Random stuffs was here. I'll put those up later once I figure out where I want to put them. Put those up there for now. Whoa, whoops, not that. This one. Alright. Let's take that. You too. Actually, let's leave this one in here until I know where to put it. Take the gray one again. I need to stop taking that one out. It's meant as a junk box that's used in other places, unless I have other uses for it, which I do. Alright. Let's get rid of that item frame and then go tear that other place down. Then we don't have to go back there anymore. Well, aside from actually putting something in its place, but I haven't figured out what yet. Demo time! Yay! There will be elements of orange left, because I actually did like the look over here, but I won't be using it in everything. So it's kind of nice. I also have to be careful what I do, because I believe I've still got the iron, I've still got the lava farm and such on the other side. And I don't recall how tightly I sealed it in. And whether or not I used the building itself for part of it. So we'll find that out when we get there, I suppose. I also have a ton of dirt at the end, so I mean that's going to need to get picked up out of these chests, and at least moved. So those may become shulker homed, so I can have a chest of dirt that isn't actually everywhere, I guess. A little weird to chop this down. This is one of the earlier buildings of the base. I mean, I know I could keep it, but it's one that I don't really have a purpose for. If I don't have a purpose, I don't want it. I don't know if it's cleaning up after me or what. Just a need to get rid of it. Alright, it's good to see this one go. It means there's progress. As dubious as that progress may or may not be. So just thinking about how nice this biome is and how nice a biome similar to this might be in real life, as in warm weather. I was just thinking that I'm really quite proud of my my son this weekend. He had never actually camped out intentionally in the snow, and I mean, what I mean by that is that we've had the Cub Scouts in tents for times when it has snowed on them, but just a little skiff. It's nothing major, an inch maybe. Like, it's nothing big. But this time, there was already snow on the ground. They knew they were getting into like minus 20 temperatures, and he didn't initially want to, but he did agree to try it, and he made it through the night. So that's good news. Our scouts don't always go in temperatures that cold, so it's not like they're going to be going anywhere else till, say, February or whatever, but frequently they'll go anytime, anywhere, and you just bring the right gear, right? You can do anything if you have the right equipment. So I was quite proud of him for making it through. He learned a lot, I would say. There's some things he said. I was a little cold. Were you a lot cold, just a little cold? And he says, no, it was fine, I was just a little cold. Which for him is pretty much saying something, like it is saying something, because he doesn't deal with cold well. He's one of those guys who says, I don't get cold, but then when he gets cold, he gets really cold, and then he doesn't react well, like as in getting somewhat incoherent in his responses and stuff. Not full on hypothermia behavior, but it's kind of like if he gets too cold, he starts having an anxiety attack about being cold. So, the fact that he tried it, I was quite impressed. But there are little things that people can do to sleep out in the cold that he can improve on next time. Stuff like, he decided he just was chilled and didn't want to bother actually blowing up his sleeping mat, which is supposed to give him like an R5 to 5.5 value when the foam is working. Like, it's supposed to be self-inflating, but it's old enough that though the mat itself doesn't have any leaks, the foam inside has disintegrated enough that it doesn't self-inflate anymore, so you have to inflate it by mouth. And he decided he wouldn't bother. The other thing is like the concept of using, the shiny side of tinfoil to reflect the heat back into your food. We usually send one of those cheap end foil blankets, and the idea is you put that down almost as a ground sheet right beneath you, not beneath the tent, but right beneath you under your sleeping mat, and that's supposed to help reflect back some of your heat, and he couldn't be bothered to do that either. And he said he knew he made the choice because it was just too fussy, too fiddly. Well, his tent mate had a non-self-inflatable, like a solid foam mattress, and like a mat, I guess, and that one happened to be of a brand where they do build that shiny reflective side onto the mat. So I think something like that in future might have end run both problems, and he can make better use of it later. So that's part of it. But he did pretty well in remembering to wear a knitted hat to bed. Sorry, converting for you that aren't in Canada. I'm wearing a knitted hat to bed, and he did double up his sleeping bags because we don't own a super deep winter cold one yet. And so he had one that was in Celsius, supposed to be comfort rating to minus 11 Celsius, with a safety rating up to minus 30, as in you're not going to get sick or freeze or something like that, even though you might be unpleasant. And so we had that, and then he added one that was it's an older one that at one time was rated minus 10. I think due to the way it's stored, it's not a minus 10 bag anymore, but it's not quite a summer bag. So he layered those together, and that helped. But it's one of those things you need to learn by doing. And I've done it before, and it was miserable. And so when one of the other leaders said they had never done it, and they had never slept out in that much cold, and they felt they were prepared, so they were going to try it. And I said, well, then you can go out and I'll stay in, and that's fine. I will admit, I think my son was envying me a little bit being able to stay in, but he was told that if he got too cold, he could come and sleep inside our building. Now, my daughter, even though she was at the same camp, she didn't have to sleep out inside in a tent. We put the younger two sections there's a bunk room in the building we slept in, and so she was in there, and I think that's another thing that probably was getting my son's goat a little bit, was that his sister didn't have to sleep out in the cold. But I mean, there's a 2-year difference between them, and she's scrawny, so I'm not too bothered by the fact that she didn't sleep out in the cold. But, yeah, that's one of those things that kids just need to try sometimes, because you don't know if you can do it until you try it, right? And it's not the greatest thing in the world, but I will say, one of the things I notice about sleeping out in the cold and having my youth sleep out in the cold with the Scouting youth, is that there's less silliness when it comes to time to do duty roster activities like make breakfast. And there's a greater appreciation for the food no matter how it's cooked, rather than getting snarky and cranky with the person who cooked it. Because they get grudgy at each other about things not being cooked right when they have the luxury. But when they are cold and they're making breakfast, they're a little bit... The only thing they're fussy about is, can you speed things up, please? Because they want to get back in the building because they're cold. And I can't blame them. Not back in the building, sorry. Like, fed with warm bellies. And I have no illusions to the fact that, yeah, that's much more pleasant. Oh, I did it again. I am really off my game today. So it looks like that because of the shift in the way the server reboots are going, and as a result of our time change, that I'm not going to be getting interruptions until we have another time change. That means that we can now look at leaving the Lego 5 minutes as a points redeem, and if people want it, they can redeem it. Otherwise, it can just kind of sit there. Or if I desperately need a headspace check, break, then we can do that as well. Okay, so let's get this in plan for Acacia. What did I put in here? Didn't put anything, so it's going to be Acacia. Sure. Let's go this one, and that one. Those. There we go. Go birch. This is Acacia because it's so close. And then we've got oak, and then we've got spruce. Oh, shoot. That means jungle and mangrove. Well, I don't have much of either one of those, so that'll be fine. So, yeah. Electrical defense gates. You can go over there. Glass planes. That went down with the sand. Sand and glass. Where'd you go? There you go. Alright, so now we're into getting rid of the random junk. Hippy skippy. Meow, cat, meow. Randoms. Let's go brown banner over there. Alright, where are we? Did I get... Okay, looks like I got the last of the stuff out of the other bin, so I guess that's it. We just start putting things away. No kitties. And since we're just going to be running around in here for a little bit, you guys can be... let run around, I suppose. Could read backwards. Yay! You turned on and off. Yum yum. Just don't suffocate, please. You're a pain in the butt when you suffocate. I asked for cats, not jumping beans. What the heck? Alright. And as soon as I say I'm not going to do something, I certainly Do it. I'm going to get this out of my way. I'm going to keep looking at that dirt bin over and over and over. There. All right. I'm not really OCD? Really? Maybe? Usually? Okay. Okay, let's start at the top and get this stuff out of here. This down later. Now what have I got mostly? Netherite stuff and armor stuff. Weapons and armor. It's randoms. What's this? That's an empty row. Okay, reds. Give me redstone stuff. So let's go with this one, that one, this, that, there, this one and that one. Redstones and rails. Sure, that'll work. Redstone and rail. So that way I can put in minecarts and things that have nothing to do with that. Okay. Weapons and armor, what do we got? Oh. Just a few of those. That doesn't belong there. And goes over there. Okay, so good. Chest plates. Plenty of them. I can't remember how I ended up with these. Probably from trading. And axes. And there'll be more of those. And the netherite stuff goes down here. Dynamic lighting for the win. Okay. Diorite andesite. Nether. I just realized I have a whole ton of crumbs in my keyboard. That's not good. Okay, it's fine. The nice part about this, though, is that I won't have to do this much longer, because it'll be all done. Like, the building's gone. Feels weird, though, to have that building gone. Weapons and... let's go weapons and tools. Why not? Like, technically, you could hit somebody with that. It's not going to help anybody, but... That's a trip hook. Organics. Oh. Okay. So once again, for now, I'm mostly just dumping it. Sometimes I do things, but mostly just dumping it. And I can subsort later. Except not if you're a fire hook. You don't belong there. You are in the redstone and rail, I suppose? Ish? Or not? That'll do. Do I have more organics? I thought I did. So... Hello, kitty. The actual fruits should probably go in a different bin, but as I said, later. Kitty. This one's empty. Oops, that one had more. don't know what to do with podzol, because it's not really organic. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's kind of like organic adjacent. I don't know what to do with that. Lanterns. I guess technically that's organic-ish. I guess. Stone and rail. Take that. Mostly stone stuff. Oops. Yay, can we get these put away today? What do we have today? We've got smooth stone, this, gold. I can't remember why I had those. There was a reason at some point. Stone bricks. And cracked stone. Slabs. Stairs. Hey kitty, don't push please. Nope, stone. Things have a cobble farm and I'm not going to be storing a whole ton. Then let's just put you down here. And the side stairs. Didn't I just put something in here? I had a plan for that. I said what it was, and I don't remember what it was. Maybe it's the redstone rail one I just put there. Okay, fine. We will put... Let's go straight back. Strings, and... There. The totems and ender pearls. Alright, what have we got here? You're trying to tell me something, kitty. Whoa, whoops. Wow. Just a few cats on me. And one rabbit's foot. Yippee skippy, that really worked well, guys. Okay, let's do that. Get rid of the fancy ores. Mob drops, where'd you go? And strings back here. Meow. Let's go. Oh, those can go elsewhere. Iron's here for sure. So redstone is less valuable to me in that sense. This one and that one. Somewhere around here, I put a fortune pick. Where did I put the fortune pick? The stuff that came off the top. What? Did I move that already? I think I did. to. Or not. Okay, fine. Put that down here. I don't know where to put the fortune pick. Until I find it, I'm not going to mess with those. I'm putting them over there as a reminder that's what project I was up to. What's this? That's the fortune pick. Perfect. Yes, kitties. If I feed you, I'm going to end up with more kitties. So, no. What do I have in here? Backups? And plenty. Alright. How did I? That's dumb. And the stupid scale. Right. Sure, let's use top for now. So much more worth it. Alright, what have I got? More blocks, huh? Let's go with another basalt. Oh, basalt. That's another thing. Actually, smooth stuff is not, now that I think about it. Like this. And that one. Let's go get a frame before I mess this up. Kitty, thank you. All right. We're up to this one. Pardon me. Let's see, we've got tough and calcite. I know there's more calcite where that came from. Don't know why you guys are trying to stick your head in something, but whatever. Weird. Sure. Okay, so I'm going to... let's call this Geode. That's pretty much where all this stuff came from. I can spell. It's 2 in the afternoon, you crazy kitty. You were so not going to get what you're looking for. Glass. I know where that goes at least. Bricks, 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 bricks. At some point there's going to be a random junk bin. Probably that. I mean, truthfully, bricks and terracotta should probably go together. Spruce. We're making our way through it, kitties. We're gonna get here faster. Down here. Oops. Quartz chiseled. This one, those 3, 4, I guess. Makes no sense. There we go. Better. What else have we got? Clay, quartz, and flint. Quartz, quartz, quartz. Terracotta and clay. That makes sense, sort of. What do we do with the flint? Alright. One. See? We're making our way through. What are these fences? Spruce. That is going to be really annoying. I'm going to have to probably filter out the cat sounds pretty quick, because if I'm going to have 31 of them around here, it's going to be a little much. Actually, let's put that down there. Slabs. Stone brick walls. Stairs. What's that? And is that? Stone button. Okay, where did I put? Randoms made of wood was my excuse? No, not sure. Let's put the ladders up here. I have dark oak buttons. Spruce, spruce, birch. I don't need this many signs right now. You can come back for more. Oh, it's nighttime again. Okay. Birch. Birch, birch. Move this all oak. Okay. Oak, oak, oak. Oops, nap time. Fantastic. It's kind of a good thing my face cam isn't working because I just dropped coffee down my shirt. Yum. Alright. Random string. Yay! Cats are good for something once in a blue moon. I do find it amusing because last season, that I had built an iron farm in Bedrock, I ended up with enough cats that I didn't end up needing a spider farm of any sort, which was really nice. Because, as I've said more than once, spiders and me are not friends. Not at all. Now the next question, where did I put the string? No. New string thing back there? Yes. Alright. So, for your pleasure and enjoyment, we are just about done the episode. And as you can imagine, I will finish a lot of this stuff off camera. Just because it needs doing. But then on Thursday, we can start working on something new because I don't have enough copper to do my project I was looking for, but I'm making some serious progress towards that. Therefore, I can probably get a start on that, so I can, between now and then, I can build a schematic and we can start putting together, or finding the location for and putting together the next large bust project. So Thursdays tend to be build and chill. The Wednesday whatever stream is probably going to be Wildlife Wednesday in the morning, followed by, actually, let's back it up. Followed by, in the evening, it's probably still going to be some Escape Simulator. Getting into the things like the 70s room and the steampunk theme rooms, and those sound like a little bit of fun. So that's where I'm at there. This evening, so that'll be 7 p.m. Eastern time today. We will be having. Oh, let's get out of this screen first. Like that. 7 p.m. Eastern today, we will be having bingo runs. So nice chilled out bingo run, preset card time limits, and just try to see how many items we can get going. So that's the loose backwards theme for the week, I suppose. And no problem. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it, and I also appreciate the fact that you stayed, because not many would. So that's really good to have you along, and glad to see you back, Bob. Hopefully everybody has a good day, and I think the best spot to hang out to finish off would probably be up here. With it should. And thanks, yes, definitely to all the chat for joining us today. And we will get the tail end of this finished so we can move on, have ourselves a little bit of fun. So I will be seeing you guys this evening, hopefully, and some bingo. In the meantime, let's just see. I think we are a smidge early for most of our good friends. Oops. Let's see what I've got. So let's take a quick look and see who's available. Twitch today. Twitch, are you going to be twitchy? Twitch did not like me. I had an issue with my credit card, as I told that story, and the Twitch, it decided to bounce my Turbo account, and it didn't like it. So because it didn't like my Turbo account, then I had to get that set up again yesterday, and it was problematic. So some of the videos that are a little older, if you guys hadn't seen them, you may have missed them, but they would have been uploaded to YouTube as well. Okay, what have we got? Not a whole lot, so give me just a second. So we're probably just ahead of the game for a few of them, because I was actually cutting barely before the hour. Let's see, what can we do for another, 2 or 3 minutes? Oh, the cats went outside. Why do you want outside? You can go outside if you want, I guess. Yeah, well, that's your problem. It's like cats in real life, you know? They're always on the wrong side of the door. I don't want this one open because I forget to close it and we get zombies. Alright. Oh. Let's see, who have we got? Let's try one more refresh, because it's just after the hour now. See if anybody else went live at the top. I think we're going to head ourselves into something a little bit different. We're going to go over to the local brick shop, already in progress. Definitely they talk about Lego a fair bit and do recaps of news of the day and so on. So we're going to head on over there and see what we can see to join up the chat and have a little bit of fun there. So let's get this one started. And then I'll say the last
Mischief managed.
Mischief managed, excellent. So if you do have access, go ahead and copy paste the raid message above with the Viking helmet horns and the hype sheep. And if not, feel free to use the global one below with just the raid pickaxe. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who was here today. I appreciate it all, from Fantastic Sherlock Fox to Spring Purse to Neon to Bobrine and anyone else I may have missed so far. But if, give Local Brick Shop all our support, and I will see you again soon. Oh, and special thanks to Benson as well as one of our moderators. So bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.